right, so I'm here at Southwest Audiofest 2024. I finally got Sean Casey on camera. These two guys you already know, so I'm not even going to bother introducing them. That's Jaime and that's Jerred, and you know. So, number one, now that you guys got this partnership between Zoo Audio and Black Ice, and we were here Thursday night, right? First question is, next show is not going to be at Expona, but Capital Audio Fest, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
In partnership with the show, just
The
to
show.
be
Yeah,
clear.
Yeah,
We don't share money or
No.
wives.
We like each other, but
Yeah.
we don't like each other like that.
Yeah,
I think,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
we like each other, we
Yeah.
don't like each other.
So remember, we're not going to talk about product because everybody knows his stuff sounds awesome, your guys' stuff sounds awesome. So we all know what the traffic situation was at the show, right? We was in up and down, but the thing was,
Was there an up?
there was an up. Honestly, though,
I gotta say, don't you have to go up first to even go down? It was just
Anyway.
Yeah. So the Thursday night when I Craig, I got Craig on video, by the way, so that's going to get merged in with this. We were basically here till 1 o'clock in the morning minus the dinner break, where I was more of a observant and you guys were doing all the work. But at the end of the day, nobody was in the Echo Dome. Everybody loved the sound of the room. And this was the party room, right? Everybody came down here to relax because, dude, I was upstairs this morning.
A party requires people or implies people.
Yeah, I know.
So fun room.
The fun
Jerred's
room,
got
there
it.
we go, there we go.
yeah, but it's Joe. It's like you have a party.
He's a
Oh yeah,
party.
I'm
Joe's the party.
party, yeah,
You
yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
Correct.
Been to a party before in his life.
All right, so again, we walked into this room Thursday, and it was like, what the fuck? There's what we all call the cone of echo, I guess.
Joe's gonna cut in some B footage here. So
Oh
you
yeah,
can
oh
see
yeah,
what it
oh
really
yeah,
is.
oh yeah. No, I will, I
Yeah,
will.
it's the lens. It's
The acoustic lens. Yeah, that's it. But no, you guys did it right though. I mean, you moved everything away from it, and the way the room was set up, and I got lots of pictures from Friday. The way the room was set up, when this system was on, you didn't really hear the other system, and vice versa, other than a little bit of the bass bleed because of the curved wall. But everybody was amazed because some people will come in here and think, oh, this comb filter, you can't have all 4 speakers on at the same time. Bullshit, right? Right? And it worked, right? And then when you guys had all 4 going, it was like a party in here. But like you were saying, Jerred, if you walked over near the middle, not in the cone of echo, but just...
You were still getting the stereo image.
Yeah, you were. Yeah,
wall.
yeah, it was cool.
Wild.
It was cool. You know, because, you know, Friday, like I was saying, was busy in the morning. Then it kind of rolled off in the afternoon. Of course, I was running back and forth like an idiot with my regular day job stuff. And Saturday, you know, it was what it was, right? But I don't know. Next year, like I said, Gary's talking about expanding this. Hopefully, we're back. Okay, okay, fuckers. Now, you two.
Ask the questions.
All right, okay. All right, so Sean, what are the speakers that you had in the room this weekend?
DWX on one side and DW6 on this side.
Okay. Now, price-wise, I believe the DW. See, this is where I get to screwed
Yeah,
up.
so generally, DWX, most people are spending around $2,000 after finishes and some options, and DW6 are $3,000 with finishes and options.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the median price. They go lower, they go a little higher.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that was really cool was you got a lot of loyal customers around here, man. Like I said, the guys that were Craig's.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, guys. So
What's going on here?
I'm gonna try to shoot some footage this morning. My friend Rajiv,
Yeah.
who by the way masters his stuff with your loudspeakers.
Right on? Yeah.
So that was very cool. And the problem I'm having right now talking to him is all the good stuff went out the window because when he was talking to his customers, I had no camera on, I had no mics because as soon as this thing turns on, he mum's the words with this guy.
Not true. The question's got to be better.
See, now he's got me on the
Let's
spot.
take so Sean,
Okay, here we go.
the DWX. Okay, what made you make the DWX in the first place? What were you solving when you made that speaker?
I like floor standers because I have space, but I didn't have space when I was a freshman, right? So it exists just like a lot of smaller speakers exist to fill a certain space or size. But it's kind of big for a bookshelf, but it's not a big speaker in my head. It'll still fit in the back of your car pretty easy. You still take it with you when you go to college. You put it on cinder blocks, and you light it up, and it kicks ass.
It works. For me, it feels a lot like, as small as I really think a speaker can be, to still be a speaker. I guess I like floor standards too.
A full range speaker.
But that's a speaker that can serve you for a long time and go in the back of your car.
Right.
And yeah, you're exactly right. Throw it on cinder blocks. It works great. The same as the amps. Sometimes, I mean, I have them on apple crates, right, at times in the basement with speakers like that. And then the floor stander, which is a DW6, which people know pretty well at this point, is kind of the inspiration for that, right?
Yeah.
So
It's a size, but still full range. It's still dynamic. It's not. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's expressive.
Yeah.
It's also it is affordable.
Right.
But
So-
that's not the driving force there.
Right.
But we do like to sell more things than less things.
Right.
That's our credo a little
And
bit.
the other thing too, like you guys are very famous for the upgrade packages, just like these guys.
Sure.
So if they wanted the special
Yeah, we
caps
have
and
a
things like
standard and a Superfly, which
Yes,
is the
yeah.
median, and
Right.
then the Supreme, which
Yeah.
is the top. And they're real legit upgrade packages. They're talked about on the site.
Yeah.
ZooAudio.com explains it.
Yeah, I'll
Or
make sure
call
all the
us
links
up.
are in. Always.
can I do a follow-up question?
Sure you can.
This is an interesting question,
Yeah.
I think, for a lot of people out there too. So the Super Tweeter are on these models, but then you move to the Union 6 and the tweeter's relocated. Can you explain to people the difference between the two and why you made the change?
Yeah, I'm holding it in my hand.
Yeah,
CGI.
right? Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
No, the coax, it looks all our drivers look real similar, but we make 4 different drivers on the same 10-inch platform.
Yeah.
We're standing on a guy named Harry Olson, who in the 30s and 40s and 50s was prolific for direct radiating drivers. And a lot of his original research and design is expressed in our design. We're just using modern materials, a little bit of my sauce, a little bit of my what do I like to get where we are. But again, this is largely that. So these 4 iterations of drivers have different magnets, different pole plates, different T-yokes. The primary cone's the same, but the whizzers are different. The adhesives in the whizzers may be different or are different, and then the voice coils are different. With the Soul 6 and the Union, which is the coax, the crossover point is pretty close to the same, around that 12K acoustic handoff point. So a high-pass filter on the tweeter. And then the tweeter is totally different. We're taking an Eminence off-the-shelf 151 Neo tweeter, which is a ring radiator, inverted, kind of cool tech, and for the money, it's an amazing tweeter, and we integrate that into the permamagnet structure of the full range driver on the Union, Supreme, and Soul 6. And so it shares magnetic field. It puts those 2 voice coils within 3/4 of an inch of space, which is a pretty big deal. Rarely, never accomplished. Maybe, never, rarely. And where these, we trust the full range driver to play through 12K, and then we bring in the tweeter as if it were a super tweeter, and it functions as a super tweeter. And it's a simple high pass network with a voltage divider on it. So a couple resistors and 1 mic cap. And you've been listening to Vorklov, Zimbel.
I just didn't want Sean's ass in the video as he was running to the TJ.
Whoa. I mean,
for
wow,
a 50-year-old ass, it's not bad.
I feel like he's body shaming you.
I'm-
God, you owe him an apology. That's
Hey,
not right, man.
I have
You
no.
can body shame, but I mean, I get busted out by Jaime all the time. Like, dude, you just totally nerd out. You geeked out. I have to admit, you're almost to my spec right there.
It is.
That was the overview, too.
Here's
Let's
the
do it.
difference. Sean gave you 30,000 feet. Jerred's like, hey, let's drop on down to the ground, and I'm going to take you in for a landing. And I chose this because this was this level and whatever. And there's a theory behind this. And this one time, and I'm like 3 hours later, like SpongeBob, 3 hours later, you know, we're still going. No, this is, instead of speakers, because I talk about this a lot with customers when they ask me for cartridge recommendations. And people probably wonder why 9 out of 10 times, if your budget is $1,500 or under, I always say one cartridge. The Denon 103, which is a legendary cartridge that I loved, Sean has modified. And it's mind-bogglingly good for the money. And I argue that there's really not anything out there that I think competes with it at the price point. So people don't quite understand. I didn't, again, it's not super technical, but, and it is on the site, and if you read it, you'll understand it, but quickly, you know, what makes, and that's all we ran at this show. And on the Pure Fidelity, which sounded incredible with it too. It can play up or play down, and it can make a worse turntable better. And
it's also easy. So one of the things I dig about the Denon pickup is it's a conical stylus. I'm not a fan of line sources. They're finicky, fiddly. They rip up your vinyl. So I'm not. I like conical styluses. The Denon DO103 has it. We make it better with our mods, but. Which is really something that would be difficult for a production house like Denon to do.
Of course, so
it's not like we're stepping on their toes. We're,
right.
But thanks. I'm glad you dig it. I dig it. I made the cartridge for me. And other people like it.
That's the thing.
You just brought a great point up. People ask like all the time, dude, we make things, like, we care how it sounds. We make things sound the way Jerred and I think it should sound, right? Like, that's, and you do the same thing. And it's
mostly,
like, right, but like, and it's the thing, like, some people don't dig it, and that's okay, right? Because we don't hear things differently, but yeah, it's kind of being true to yourself, like, and
Joe's got a round head, I've got an oval head.
That's right. The so no, here's my stupid question. This is a good stupid question, actually.
Okay.
So
I'll judge.
your surround material is not the typical foam stuff. It looks more like a doped.
It's cotton.
Okay.
It's ubiquitous.
Right.
To use foam is okay, so acoustic research, when acoustic research was, they were taking Western Electric drivers and they were slitting the surround to get the free air resonance down lower. And then somebody's like, well, instead of doing that, let's loosen, so the jib factor is the ratio between the spider and the surround. They're like, oh, let's play with this ratio. Just guys like us playing with drivers. And they're like, oh, let's put it in a smaller box and we'll port it. And that was the original boom box. Was these, you know.
They were bookshelf speakers, quote unquote.
And they made bass from various reasons, whether you think it's pleasing, right? And it's on a small package. But to get that, to lower the free air resonance, an easy way to do it is use foam surrounds. But foam surrounds, you put it in the UV, you put it in sunlight, and
it's done.
10 minutes later, it's like, oh fuck, shit, I've got, damn, whatever. Sorry.
It's too late. It's my channel. Don't worry about it.
You've got to, good. Fuck, you've got to return. You've got to 10 minutes. I've got 10 minutes, and they're already disintegrating. That's an exaggeration, but cotton. So they're a dope cotton surround, and our spiders cotton because cotton is 90% cellulose. Nature loves cellulose. You know. Same with the cone. The cone itself is all the core material of the cone is cellulose.
So the reason, he's just an electronics guy.
Black. They're black because cotton itself is.
No, but the reason why I ask that, because my 1968 Bose 901s are the same doped cloth surrounds. And when you take the covers off, other than the sawdust, sticky, they're perfect. You know, the only thing you could burn out is maybe the voice coil, but that hasn't happened yet. So basically, these will last another 50, 60 years. Is basically what you're telling me.
The performance profile, we do put that in our website.
And everybody knows your burn-in method.
100,000 hours is basically the performance lifespan of the.
And your burn-in phase is infamous.
And that's something we work on. We talk about our burn-in process and evaluate that every month. Sometimes it's forced because cops, even though we're next to a Rolls-Royce
that's a good story. That's a good story.
Airport and all kinds of different military tech that's making noise, we still get the cops called on us in our industrial park. It's crazy. There's no noise ordinance. They still fucking show up. I know, cops hate me. They hate you too.
Yeah, that's why they were in our room.
Fucking cops. Anyway, no, there's 10% that are really good.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I actually knew a couple of them up in
fucked.
Canada, but
Yeah, you're
Ah,
done, man.
yeah, he's lucky. I've only got
Leaving
5.
to drive home.
But
now.
yeah, the
And,
Brilliant is essential for our products to
Yeah.
put the membrane, the cone itself, into
Yeah.
a performance profile. It cannot be done without severe punishment to the cone.
Yeah.
And what people think is loud and severe is not severe or loud compared to what we do at the factory.
Yeah.
It's not something anyone has any business doing in their home. So we take care of that on our side.
Hey, Dallas, get in here for a minute, man. You're the cabinet guy. You're the cabinet guy. No. He shot me some really cool time-lapse footage.
Right on.
So,
Here.
yeah, grab a chair, yeah. So, no. Okay. So,
oh, he's in the hot seat.
Yeah.
I get it.
So-
oh, John, I get it.
So
He's in the hot seat.
let's all start this off that I met Dallas on Thursday, and Saturday nights when I found out when we went outside there that this is Sean's younger brother. It only took 3 days, right?
That's impressive for you too, Jeff.
That's right. That's right.
Not the sharpest tool in the
But-
shed sometimes.
Dallas kind of filled me in on what he does at the shop, so I'm gonna let you elaborate now. Now it's your turn, bro.
Oh, wow.
Anything goes. Don't worry about it.
I'll clean the bathroom sometimes and
Gotta start somewhere.
shovel snow sometimes. Although
true.
that's not my job, so I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
But it's
He's off the
OCD.
clock on that. We pay people.
But now working on cabinets and trying to make them pretty and.
So, are you doing the cabinets just the finishing side, or you're also doing the assembly? Like-
just the finishing side on the definitions, I do assembly on those.
Nice. And any sibling disagreements?
Oh yeah. Well, he worked for us back in 2006 through 8, roughly, and then So this is the job. Dallas is really talented with marketing and photography, and
I saw some of his
highly
stuff, yeah.
creative. He never
Very
sells
cool.
himself, but
Very cool.
So I approached him a bunch of times, and finally says, guys, I've thought about it. Me and Adam DeCaria. Dallas, we really want you to work for us. We gave him, kept upping it up and putting more pressure on. And finally says, I've thought about it. I'll give you 1 year. I'll work for you for a year. Okay, great. And we think everything's running super smooth. Adam and I are like, yeah, it's sweet having Dallas here. We don't have to worry about this. We suck at this anyway. Dallas kicks ass. And then a year to the day comes, and we had totally forgotten about this original agreement.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, that's a year, guys. We'll see ya.
Damn, dude, what the hell, man?
Well, but good for him, right? Because drudgery is sometimes a pain in the ass. And
Yeah.
people think they like me, but really they don't. Dallas included.
Oh, brother.
Well, so the thing with me was, so look, Dallas and I are
and the test record too. The test record that he plays for Burning In.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a whole inside.
I know.
Julian Cope
Yeah,
might be on hard times. I don't know, but Sean's definitely. If he was, the continuous play has
There's
put a new amount in Julian Cope's bank account for Spotify.
Five
He's
spot.
probably made $50 extra. Because-
The streaming commissions, yeah.
We were
Yeah.
we were in. Jim had a stat for us. We were in the top 10 playing of all time with Julian Cope. We made some list somewhere. But anyway.
Wait, there's a list for that?
Yeah, I think
There's a list for everything, man.
But anyway, who knows? But I like this album he did called. Is it 5 O'Clock World or My Nation Underground? The album name. Anyway,
I know 5 O'Clock World
Is
comes
cut
on
one.
at 5 o'clock,
Yeah.
so I've grown to love that song, kind of like
and
what's
it's
his name on The Office. Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't like that song, but it's 5 o'clock, so love it.
yeah. But yeah, it hits hard. It doesn't. It's part of our. So part of our burning process is we don't have a. Our program is music based, and so there's certain cuts we know that won't get out of control, that don't have infrasonic, that won't rip the cones apart.
Yeah.
So we have very determined play sets for burn-in.
Nice, nice.
And that's my go-to because I know it
So I have a question.
really well as far as not.
So how many drivers have you blowed out?
Probably 100 over the last couple decades or so.
That's not bad.
Not too bad.
That's not
So
bad.
we learned fairly quickly. One night we had, and we used, so it started with a whole rack of the old Apogee amp company. We had a whole 7-foot tall rack of stuff. But so one night we lost an amp, burned up the wall. It also caused some signal to happen through the other Apogees, even though they were the first that had a lot of processing internally, so they were self-protecting, and you could control, and you could see amp consumption, you could see impedance of the circuits. So we were able to monitor, but still, and we literally took those cones. This would be before we were doing nano, and it shredded all the cone fibers. So the voice coil didn't fail. The cone itself looked like a pillow. It shredded this stuff.
Pretty cool to take.
So that was the first time we lost a batch, and we were burning those in without being loaded. They weren't in the drivers, and then when we started doing nano, that led to some other realizations that we needed the dynamic pressure that the cabinet also put on the membrane, the cone, and so we needed to integrate that into the burn-in process. So now everything's burned in assembled, as opposed to in racks and in kits.
Right.
Okay.
So.
You've learned a lot from blowing stuff up.
Yeah.
And
you blow
as-
stuff
as
up.
you-
You blow stuff up.
Blowing stuff
It's
up.
a soak test. You gotta. If you don't find failure points, but it has to be controlled. You can't just be a crasher. You have to have reasons for crashing and learn from your mistake and walk away.
I break a lot of things too.
Yeah. I know you do. I know.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bones and gear. Yeah.
So, with Dallas, and we're almost done, guys. I had no clue he was his brother because both of us are follically challenged, So I'm sure, guys, on that note, man, thanks a lot for your time.
Thanks, Joe.
And putting up with me this weekend, man.
Oh, no, it was fun. It was fun. I expected you to be a little more, what do you?
Professional?
No, you were pretty professional. I expected a little more
Oh, hard hitting shit?
jicky. Yeah.
No.
10 seconds of normal joke.
What you're talking? What you want me to talk like this? The way I came in last night when I came into the hotel, I was half in the bag. Okay, fair enough. I went with my friend Rajiv, and he will see this video too. And what I can tell you, he was laughing so hard, he was so bloody tired. And when he saw me talking and I'm like, oh shit. These guys are going
Do I need
home.
to apologize to all my buddies now?
No, he just lost half his brown customers. All right, guys. Hey, seriously, thanks a
Who
lot.
asked for real Joe, by the way? That was a mistake. That was a mistake, right?
What the fuck? No, thanks, Joe.
No, seriously. And you guys got to pack up, and I got to get ready to go out soon. So as usual, I fuck off and let you guys do all the work. Thanks again, guys.
Thanks, Joe.